African Parliament has voted in favour of new legislation that could see land from white farmers seized.
It's got to do this. Last night in South Africa, the Black People's leader, Julius S. Malema, you know, that really cheerful chap that used to go around singing, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. And now he just says, kiss the Boer, kiss the farmer. Then later on in the lyrics, shoot them dead. Quite. Anyway, go after white man. If you cut a white man, they feel terrible pain. But you see, the thing is, if it had been a white guy saying go after black people and do that, the entire world had come down, or would have come down on him. You'd have had every single one of those news agencies I just mentioned sarcastically reporting on it. You'd have had every fucking bleeding heart, left-wing liberal cunt reporting on it, right?
What side? Minority, majority. It's wrong to do this.
Why couldn't you go to one of the hostels that the government has set up?
Because of the skin color. Yeah, and yeah, it's not at all. We just help white people, yeah. Because there's no other place that does it. You know, if you go to, there's many places I know, Jesus Disciples, Manger, those places, they take blacks and they put the whites out.
That's from her documentary, but we had her on a couple weeks ago when she first released it, and the media pretty much ignored it. And then they started calling her out, saying she's siding with white supremacists. Like completely missing what's going on here. And they're bordering on genocide now. They've already warned them, don't worry, we're not going to hurt you yet, is basically what they're saying to the farmers.
And what was the quote from the president? This time of reconciliation is over.
Right.
In a country with Nelson Mandela, that's saying something.
Apartheid was wrong, we know that. To say that a minority is controlling the majority and basically enslaving them, but we've heard just the opposite when it comes to America. You have to pay attention to every minority. Now, I'm not saying that I support apartheid, I'm just saying, can everybody treat each other well? One vote, one person? It's pretty simple.
The only ones covering what's happening or supposedly happening in South Africa right now really are alt-right sources all around the world. We cannot find a single legitimate source that's telling us what's going on in South Africa. So that means it's either not happening, which I don't believe, or the media is not covering it because they've already decided what's right, what's wrong.
And much of it is confirmed, by the way. The government themselves have said it. There's policies going into effect. You know, there's disagreements.
There's nobody covering the people who are frightened.
And why not?
It's a minority population.
Their cameras somehow found their way to South Africa back in the day.
Yeah.
They had no problem finding it when it was apartheid.
Land expropriation without compensation. That's a whole lot of syllables to say one simple thing. We're going to take your land and we don't need your permission. And that's what the new leader of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, announced in his State of the Nation address last month. And he's begun amending the constitution to make it happen. Back on the streets, we're going to take your land means one thing only. For them, we're going to take your land means we have political permission to kill you. The economic freedom fighters, the true face of the ANC, even have a song to rally their troops. Kill the Boer, kill the white man.
Shoot to kill, the massa. Shoot to kill them. Kiss the poor, the farmer. Kiss the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa. Attention.
So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man.
And their supporters are doing exactly that, using knives, wires, hot irons, and rape. We're going to take your land means we are going to kill you. But first, we're going to make you pay. Small children raped in front of their father before he is shot. Elderly farming couples burned with a hot iron. A son whipped with an iron bar before his mother. A baby dropped into boiling water. A blowtorch, hot coals, a gang taking turns slowly. This torture lasts for hours. I've spoken with the victims. This is not just about land. This is vengeance, payback for apartheid, and it is brutal. Mariandra's tiny children watched their father blasted away with a shotgun by a black gang. Her little daughter offered the gang her piggy bank if they would let her mummy live. For her, the dark is when the monsters come and she can't sleep anymore. There's no escape for her, not even with antidepressants and sleeping pills, aged 8.
And that's when my husband got up for the last time. And it sounded like he was crying when he said, please. And the one guy said, oh, just kill him. And they shot him in the head in front of us, and he fell at my feet.
And your daughter saw that?
She saw everything.
Mariandra buried her husband and gave birth to their son 5 days later. How much more can these people take? A serving policeman tells me those inside the force are complicit, knowing their position of power relies on the approval of their ANC masters. He says there will be no white farmers left in South Africa within 3 years. Some say they don't have that long. The whites are being systematically cleansed from the land. The white man is up there with the white rhino, forced to the brink of extinction. And the only difference is that the world doesn't care.